Hey everybody, welcome back to Magboy Creations. I have returned and it's time to do another video in the Shaving America series. Let's get on with the next state. That was the state flag for Connecticut. That is the next state in our Shaving America series. Now there were 3 scents particular to Connecticut. It had nutmeg, lemon, and eucalyptus. So we went with eucalyptus for today's shave. And what other brand do we want to use that smells like eucalyptus? Proraso. Upside down. Proraso. The green tub, the eucalyptus tub. So we're going to use that particular shave soap today. We're going to try a couple of new things. This one is from Mountaineer brand. If you remember, I did the big haul. We got some pre-shave oils. So this is, if I bring it closer, eucalyptus pre-shave oil. So we're going to give that a try today. We're going to use a new blade in our Micro Touch 1 razor. So here we have the Ladas Nanac. The super stainless, I think is how you say that. I still don't know what country that's from, but here we go in the Micro Touch 1. There it is, the super stainless. And you can see the Micro Touch branding on the razor. Let's make sure this lines up. Good. Okay. We are going to just do a tub lather right out of the Proraso tub. And we are going to use one of the new items that we got in our Mega Shave haul as well. This is the Omega Boar brush with the orange trim. So there is the coin on the bottom. So I've used this a couple times just to break it in. You can see the flyers. It's been soaking in some water. So we're going to soften it up. Doesn't have that bad animal smell, but still a little rough. Got to break it in. Okay. And then for the post-shave routine, we are going to use some Thayers Cucumber Facial Witch Hazel. And then new that I wanted to share with you, it's not really a mail call, but I picked this up at the store. And this is some Harry's post-shave balm with aloe. So we're going to use some Harry's. And then I figured I dragged out one of the post-shave mists that we used before. So I'm just going to give myself a quick mist over the balm. And that will take care of our shave products for today. So let me wet the face. I just had a shower. I mean, my hair is still a little wet. And we'll get started with the shave. Okay. Now, I did want to share with you another product that I received from Mountaineer brand was this beard balm, right? It's called West Virginia or WV Timber. And it smells great. In fact, it's very waxy, and shaving channel, I don't have a goatee or long enough to have to groom or anything like that. So I use this as a hair balm, and it works great. I mean, it's very hard, but you just got to skim your fingers over the surface. You could put it in your hair, and it'll work great. I've had no problems. It doesn't have the long-lasting sticky feel. You can then, brush it out with a brush, and you have some natural waviness, and it doesn't clump together throughout the whole day. It feels good. So certainly I don't know if it's usable for hair. I figured, hey, facial hair, whatever, I'm going to use it, right? So any of you guys watching this, if you have any beard balms that you use for hair styling as well, leave a comment down below, let me know. All right, so we got the water on the face. Let's get some pre-shave oil on. And let me tell you, I have been so doggone busy. And some people use that as an excuse, but a couple weeks ago, if you recall from, ooh, this smells nice. If you recall from my previous videos, I have a sound system, so a couple weeks ago we had a community block party which I volunteered for. And then last week we had a community yard sale. So we spent a lot of time getting that ready. There's just been a lot of activity outside of work, at work. I mean, it's just been so grueling the daily grind was like ×2. So I didn't forget about you guys. I did film a video. However, something happened with the video. I mean, it was backwards. It didn't come out right. It wasn't worth posting. So I didn't do edits on it. I just canceled it, and I'm reshooting it. But that's why I've been away for a while, because it's just been so darn swamped. I just have no time whatsoever. Hopefully things are getting back to normal. We're still going to do another garage sale. I know, call me crazy. But we got rid of a lot of stuff, so it was a benefit to just get rid of it. All right, so let's break open the tub. There we go. And we'll get the brush together. And we're going to talk about Connecticut. So Connecticut is officially known as the Constitution State, if you did not know that. We're just going to start mixing it up in the tub right here. Get a nice brush load, and then we'll do a face lather. So the state government established fundamental orders written in 1639, and the fundamental orders were considered history's first written constitution. There we go. Look at this Proraso. Oh, soaks up so nice. Just goes all over the place. So that's why they call it the Constitution State. Now, I know that Connecticut is well known for its nutmeg, and that's because traditionally sailors used to bring the seeds back when they visited from there on long voyages, right? And then over time, peddlers from the state developed the reputation of selling fakes and nutmeg carved out of wood, so that was the big thing. But I chose eucalyptus as the soap for the day. But I mean, whew, Connecticut, there was so many things related to the automobile there. I mean, there was a number of items that were firsts. Yeah, I like this. I like this brush, Proraso. Soaks up real nice. Nice lather. Look at that. All right, plenty to go around in the next round. All right, put that down there. So I just want to get my facts straight real quick. So you guys heard Yankee Doodle in the opening because that's the state song, Yankee Doodle. But there was a number of things like in 1937, Connecticut became the first state to issue permanent license plates on cars. So that originated in Connecticut. And Hartford is the state capital, and it's called the insurance capital of the world. That's because in 1898, the first car insurance in America was issued in Hartford. So that was a first. And then there was also the first speed limit laws came out of Connecticut, right? So in 1901, drivers were prohibited from going faster than 12 miles an hour. 12. Woo! Hold your socks on, man. But man, a lot of firsts for the automobile there. All right. Ladas in the Micro Touch 1. Let's get this shave going. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you hear a loud warning on the video, it's coming from my cell phone because you can't see outside, but it's drastically dark, and we've been getting text warnings of flash flood. So if it decides to go off during this shave, it's because there's just a flood warning for the area, which where we're at, we're not in a flood zone, and there is a canal nearby, but we should be okay. Yeah. So like I said, I did do a shave. Didn't come out real good. So I only had probably 3 days worth of growth. Shaves real nice though. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is cool. So the first telephone book originated in New Haven, Connecticut from February 21st, 1878. It featured only 50 names, and the month before that, in January 1978, New Haven was responsible for the first telephone exchange with operators. They had switchboards and they were able to direct incoming and outgoing calls. So I actually have a pic of the first phone book. Check this out. Isn't that something? I mean, now we get a book and that was like 1 page, half a page even. They had stuff in there that nobody ever needed. All right. I always joke, sometimes I joke, when that subject comes up about old phone numbers, right? When you had to go, operator, connect me to 2. Now we have 7-digit exchanges with an area code. So, go figure. So Connecticut is also the home of the first nuclear-powered submarine. I believe it's the USS Nautilus. And it is stationed there as a remembrance, a museum. You can go visit it. In fact, here's a picture of that. So that was the world's first built nuclear-powered submarine. It came from Groton, Connecticut, I think is how you say it. Groton, Groton. 1954. When she cast it off, the signaled words from the ship were underway on nuclear power. So definitely go check that out. It's a really cool submarine. We were out the East Coast, and we didn't have a chance to make it up to Connecticut, but there were a lot of like advertisements where we were, Washington D.C. area, you know, having an excursion up to go see it, and it looked pretty cool. So any of you guys from Connecticut, you have to leave some notes. Let us know if you visited it and what you think. All right. Let's keep going with this shave. Little pimple right here. It's been unseasonably warm, and I have a brown lawn, and I watered it too. You know, you're bordering on obsessive. In fact, if you had an irrigation system, you would probably have to tone it back, because on a few occasions we had such high heat that they were trying to get residents to not run their air conditioner on so low a temperature, or you know, shut it off for a portion of the day because they were afraid of blackouts. So you could imagine what the grass looks like, brown as can be. So at least I have good vegetation. I was able to water them. I don't have an irrigation system, so I have to water those by hand just to make sure that they survive. I mean, plants are great. They're good for the environment. They smell nice. They look good. They're not cheap. I mean, got to make sure that they're well cared for. They're gonna, you know, they're not gonna make it. Including soil treatments, and if you live in a place that has hard clay or a lot of iron in the ground, you know, soil is different throughout America, heck, throughout the world. So if you don't want your plants to die, you know, you gotta maintain them, keep up with it. All right, so there we go. There's pass 1. Yeah, I think we should be good for a second pass. Okay, just gonna grab a little bit of water here. Throw some water on the face there, so we're not so dry. A little dry. And we'll get the old brush going again here. Plenty on the brush. Proraso is a good soap. Nice smell too, the eucalyptus smell. Okay. What else can we share with you? Oh, well, I don't know if you want to be known as a place for a war trader, but Benedict Arnold was born in Norwich, Connecticut. Coats, Benedict Arnold, Tea Party, all that sort of stuff. When we get to Massachusetts, we'll probably be talking a little bit about that. But we haven't done Massachusetts yet, so that's still to come. We're just working on Connecticut. Gonna dip the tips a little bit. Get some water up here. There we go. So besides Rhode Island, Connecticut was the other state that decided not to ratify the 18th Amendment, which prohibited the manufacturing and sale of alcohol. So we talked about Missouri being the beer capital of the world, right? Back in the day, you don't want to go to Connecticut because no alcohol there. All right. Oh, a couple little bristles from the brush. All right. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, if you are from Hartford or you visit Hartford, or this may not be true, you can let me know, but I guess it's illegal to fly a kite in the streets of Hartford. Go figure that one out, right? I mean, that used to be a childhood thing when I was growing up, right? Go outside, fly a kite, yay, daddy, yay. Not in Hartford, man. That's banned. All right, pass 2. So while I am doing pass 2, I'm going to talk about an item that I found doing this research, saying that Connecticut was the home of the hamburger. Now, I haven't been able to confirm if it is or it isn't. And everybody has their own story. Now, the reason why I think it's a bit of a controversy is because I live in Western New York. And you could look this up. We have a town called Hamburg. Hamburg, and that is short for hamburger, and a lot of the locals believe that the hamburger originally came from Hamburg. Now, there are stories out there that will confirm both sides. In fact, there's no real definitive answer that I've been able to deduce that says Western New York is or isn't, Connecticut is or isn't. In fact, there may be some other places that I came across doing my research. However, I did find a lot of references to Connecticut for the hamburger, so contradictory to what some people may feel locally here. And to enlighten the audience, I will say that Connecticut was the birthplace of the hamburger. And it's not far from here, but there is a restaurant that's claimed to be where the hamburger originated from, called Louis'. Here's a photograph of that. Now the story goes that a customer in the 1900s came into Louis' Burgers and said he was in a hurry and he wanted something to eat. So reading it here, it says, individual was in a rush, asked the owner, Louis Larson, for something to eat on the go. Larson threw together cooked ground steak trimmings and put them between 2 slices of toasted bread, and the hamburger was born. Well, that was the story. Now, a really cool item that a lot of people may not recognize was the Frisbee originated from Connecticut. So the Frisbee was nothing more than an empty pie tin. So it was developed by a man named William Russell Frisbee. When he moved to Bridgeport, Connecticut in 1871, he took over what would become known as the Frisbee Pie Company. Now, nearby Yale University students found the tins that held the Frisbee's pies could be flung across the room with ease. And then they would do that and yell, "Frisbee!" so no one would get hit upside the head. So that caught on, and eventually the design was perfected into the plastic flying disc that we all know and love today. Now, another little piece of information that I was able to find from Connecticut was on a little candy that everybody well knows. So here's a short commercial that I was able to find from England in 1960. So check this out.
Get Pears! The brand new sweet that's fun to offer and fun to eat. Fun to offer because the pack's brand new. Just flip the top, there's a Pears for you. A Pears that's fresh and clean and neat. Fun to offer and fun to eat. Pears!
Everybody knows and loves Pez. It originated in Vienna, Austria in 1927, made its way to the States, and that's where the Pez Candy Company set up shop, which was in Orange, Connecticut. Now, the word Pez comes from shortening the German word Pfefferminz, which means peppermint. Now, it was first invented and marketed to detract from smoking because the Pez containers had the flip top, and that mimicked, trying to strike a lighter and light it for smoking. And then eventually they changed the top of it to be more kid-friendly. They put cartoon heads and different things on the top of it, and then they were off and running with selling Pez dispensers. They started with peppermint and they metamorphed into other flavors, but that is still sold and collected today as one of the major brands of candy. I am going to rinse the face real quick, and while I do that, I want you guys to take a look and see who designed this. That's right. Connecticut was the home of Samuel Colt, and that was a Colt revolver. So if any of you are collectors, I love the antiquing on that. That was the patent for one of his weapons. But you could see all the fine design of the patent. And man, if you could see an original, whew, man, those guns were nice. 6-shooters, man. So obviously Connecticut in the Northeast was part of the original 13 colonies. And in case you're looking to move there, Connecticut has the highest personal income per capita at $70,000 US. Now, I don't know when that statistic was taken or if it's still accurate. It would seem pretty accurate, or at least close to being accurate. However, the national average is slightly over 50,000. So cost of living may be a little bit more pricey in Connecticut, but certainly if you're looking to relocate and find a good job, Connecticut may be your answer. Okay. Harry's post-shave balm. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I'm sorry. Thayers. We're going to hit the old witch hazel. Make sure that we close up those pores. Oh, I love the smell of this cucumber. Oh, yeah. It smells nice. Refreshing, relaxing. Oh, man. Super smooth. Man, I think I got pretty close to a BBS shave with just 2 passes. That Ladas blade wasn't too bad. It wasn't, I would say, the mildest blade in my collection. It certainly wasn't the sharpest blade, right? The Astras and the feathers are sharper, but it held its own. It didn't do too bad. In fact, I used that blade in the first shave that didn't work out when I filmed it. So this is actually the second shave on that blade, and it did a bang-up job. So kudos to that blade. All right, Let's get some hairies on. Comes out white. Pleasant smell. Nice and relaxing. Just what we need. Man, let me tell you, I was so busy. I absolutely did nothing this weekend. When was the last time you could say that you did that? It was just me and my Xbox, a couple of wobbly pops, just sat in the air conditioning, stayed cool, and just did absolutely vegetation. Nothing. And I needed it. My body needed that so bad. Oh, okay. Oh, feels fantastic. Very nice. Very nice. All right. We're going to give it a quick hit. And this is botanical extracts. Calms and refreshes. Okay. So, just a mist. So I'm just going to mist, right? Don't get it in the eyes. Oh. There we go. Get it off the lips. Fantastic. It's good to be back. And good to share with you another state in our Shaving America series. So that was Connecticut. We hoped you enjoyed it. Certainly we look forward to reading your comments and your feedback. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know if you'd like to hear about another state next. Or if you have any facts that you want to put out there that we should include in another state. Thanks very, very much for your subscriptions, and we do appreciate you spending the time. Feel free to check us out on our social media, our Twitter, Instagram, our Facebook page, and we look forward to talking to you real soon in the next shave. So thanks again, and have a great day.